your microwave.
But first, alligators aren't unusual in Florida, but finding one in your kitchen, well, that's a different story. Here's NBC's Mark Parter.
From what she thought was the safety of her home, Sandy Frosty heard a noise in her kitchen.
It was much too loud to have been my cat, so I went to check it out.
What she found was certainly no cat.
And all I did was look at it and go, oh my God.
With no delay, she called 911.
Sheriff's office.
This is Mrs. Frosty.
What's going on?
There's an alligator in my kitchen.
How long do you think the alligator is?
It's huge.
Well, how long is huge? 4
I don't know. I only saw the first half of it, and that had to be at least 3 feet because it was behind the freezer, and I just disappeared.
Are you sure it couldn't be like a iguana or really large?
Oh, no.
A state wildlife officer arrived and found himself wrestling an angry 8-foot, 8-inch female. Officials say the gator had broken through a screen and walked all through the house, perhaps in search of Sandy's cat or because it's mating season.
Keep in mind, an 8-foot gator has a brain about the size of a walnut. They are hardwired for certain things: eating, sleeping, and breeding.
Before it was hauled away to be destroyed, Sandy actually got to touch the intruder.
There's your cowboy boots.
And now has the story of a lifetime. For today, Mark Potter, NBC News, Miami.
And Sandy Frosty, good morning. We're laughing during that 911 call because it sounded like the operator thought you were a little bit loopy.
Oh,
right?
Absolutely. No question about it.
Because when she said iguana, obviously she thought you didn't know what you were talking about. But that was no iguana. I've had mice in my home, but an 8-foot 8 long alligator weighing 230 pounds, I would have been hysterical. What was your reaction?
My reaction was just, this has to be gotten out of here. I think I have to do something, and I just went and called 911.
Did you believe what you were seeing? You were upstairs, right in your bedroom, working on the computer, and you heard a noise.
I heard a noise, and I knew it was just too loud a noise to be the cat getting into anything. So I went from the bedroom, which is on one end of the house, to the kitchen, which is on the other, and there she was.
Now, you have alligators in your community, right? You've seen them before.
Oh, absolutely. They're everywhere in all the ponds. There's a lot of ponds and drainage ditches and things like that. And we have alligators, and so you're used to seeing them. You're just not used to seeing them in your kitchen.
And what is the rule of thumb if you I wouldn't even know what to do if I came upon an alligator? Do you run? Do you freeze? Did your eyes lock?
I looked at him, yes, but the best thing to do is just back off. And if it looks like he's coming towards you, run, but run in a straight line.
Oh, so that's what you did. And where'd you go? Right back to the bedroom?
I just went back to the bedroom and closed the door and used that phone rather than the one that was right next to me.
So you called 911, the police arrive along with the trapper, right, about an hour later?
Well, the police arrived, and then we had to wait, about an hour and a half for the trapper to come.
Had they ever seen anything like this?
I have each of them.
No. They had not. They said, you know, they get them on the golf courses, they get them in people's garages, you know, that are open, in the ponds and things like this, but they've never had one in somebody's kitchen.
So do you know, Sandy, why, I know they took the alligator away.
Right.
Why did they have to destroy the alligator?
Well, according to what they told me, usually they're more afraid of you than you are of the alligator, but once they go into your home, then they're not afraid anymore, and so rather than release him back out, they feel that he will keep going into other homes.
Oh, I see. If they let him back out, he might go somewhere else. Now, the theory was that the alligator might have been after your cat, Poe.
Right.
He didn't get Poe?
Oh, absolutely not. Thank goodness.
Where'd you find Poe?
I don't know. He was hiding, and about an hour or so after the police arrived, we had the front door open, and we were all outside waiting for the trapper. All of a sudden, I saw the Poe hop onto the chaise that sits in the living room, and I just ran in and got him and brought him back outside. And so I don't know where he was hiding, but he's got a lot of spots.
Well, he has 9 lives, so of course.
Exactly.
It's just one gone, obviously.
And he knows the house better than I do. So, you know.
And are you surprised by the reaction you have received from people?
It's incredible. It's mind-blowing. I can't believe all of this. You know, I mean, I had an alligator in the kitchen. You know, it's Florida, but it seems as if it's not a common thing.
And why did you want to pet it before it left?
Well, they asked me to, and I thought, you know,
They asked you to do that?
the trapper said to me, wouldn't you like to pet him and see how he feels? And it's interesting because the top of him is hard as a rock, but the side is soft.
Oh.
You know, and I guess it's an experience you would never have because you certainly can't walk up to one and pet it.
I hope you fixed the screen door.
It wasn't the door, it was the screens on the porch, and yes, it was fixed immediately.
And you've
yesterday.
locked that glass sliding door?
And I've now locked the sliding glass door.
All
yes.
right, Sandy Frosty. And everybody who's calling you is asking about the cat.
Absolutely.
Nobody cares about you.
Right.
But you're fine.
I'm great.
All right, Sandy Frosty. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And now let's get a check of the weather. An iguana from Al.